This is not a meditation. There are no techniques, no breathing, no special positions. All you need to do is close your eyes, find a comfortable place to rest, and let the words carry you gently towards sleep. The night begins softly, as if it has waited for this moment. The air is mild, a trace of warmth still lingers from the day. Ahead of you stretches a path, quiet, unhurried, lined with small lanterns that glow faintly. They are not here to guide you, not here to lead you anywhere. They shine only to remind you that time itself has slowed, that nothing is urgent now. Your footsteps fall gently. The ground accepts them. Each step feels lighter, softer, quieter than the last, as if the earth itself recognizes you, welcomes you, holds you gently. Above, branches move with the faintest wind, not strong enough to be called a breeze, just memory drifting through the leaves. The sound is not a voice, and yet it speaks. It whispers softly. Everything is calm. Everything is safe. The lanterns flicker one by one, some closer, some further. The spaces between them stretch longer. Darkness fills those spaces, but this darkness is never empty. It is full of life resting, full of patience, full of quiet strength. You walk further. You do not need to focus. You do not need to think. Words float by like ripples on water. Some linger, some fade, and none of them need to be held. The path bends gently. A cool breath of air brushes your skin, carrying the faintest scent of pine, of damp earth, of flowers that have already closed for the night. Each breath carries something new and then drifts away again. To your left, water speaks in ripples, a soft sound against stone, steady, unhurried. A leaf falls, lands upon the surface, circles spread outward, wider, thinner, until they vanish back into stillness. Your steps slow, shorter now, each one stretching further into silence. The lanterns are fewer, their light softer. Shadows spread wider, laying themselves across the path like blankets. The silence deepens, but it is not empty. A bird shifts high in the branches. A moth brushes lightly past your shoulder. Grass bends quietly under something unseen. Silence here does not mean absence. Silence here means fullness. A gentle space where everything rests together. A thought rises in your mind, then another. Memories, fragments of the day, voices that want to be heard. Let them rise, let them fade. The garden accepts them all, as the earth accepts fallen leaves, breaking them down into patience. Nothing must be carried, nothing must stay. The air cools further, slower, breathing with you without asking you to follow. Everything around you moves in its own rhythm, and your body, your thoughts, your heart, all begin to join that rhythm. The path narrows, then widens, then narrows again, like breathing itself. Each step carries you deeper, not farther into distance, but deeper into rest. Ahead, a bench waits under the glow of a lantern. It is wooden, old yet smooth, polished by countless evenings of quiet waiting. You sit without effort. The bench accepts your weight. The lantern spreads its glow across the grass. Each drop of dew sparkles, like a field of tiny stars. You listen. A fruit falls gently from a branch. A drop of water echoes in the distance. A small creature rustles through the leaves. None of the sounds are loud. None of them are sharp. Each one is patient. Each one belongs to stillness. Nothing asks you to move. Nothing asks you to answer. You lean back, letting the bench hold you, letting your thoughts dissolve. Memories drift in and out, the warmth of a kitchen early in the morning, the smell of tea before it boils, the sound of rain tapping on a window while you rest safely inside. None of them stay. Each memory folds back into the night, and the night holds them gently. The lantern flickers softly, bending lower. Its light thins, as though it too is growing tired. Your eyelids mirror the lantern, heavier now, slower to rise. No need to resist. The bench fades, or perhaps you simply rise without rising. The path waits again beneath your feet, and you walk without needing to decide, without needing to try. The lanterns are further apart, sometimes gone altogether. The darkness is not frightening, not heavy. It is a cradle, holding you, protecting you. Your thoughts are fewer now. They arrive like distant echoes, but they fade before they can form. You let them pass, and silence grows longer, deeper, more natural. A clearing opens before you. A stone lies in the center, wide, smooth, still warm from the day. You rest upon it. The stone accepts you, and time slows further still. Above you, the sky spreads wide. Clouds drift aside. Stars reveal themselves, soft, gentle. They do not shine as points. They glow through fabric, endless lanterns stretched into forever. You look at them, or you don't. Either way, they remain. They remind you of calm without end. Your breathing slows, without effort. Words drift more slowly now, stretched into silence, dissolved into pauses, each word less about meaning, more about rhythm, softness, quiet. Thoughts are far away now, feelings are far away. There is only night, sky, stone beneath you, silence around you. Your eyes close. Or perhaps they already had. The darkness inside is as wide as the sky above, and in that darkness, you drift. The story does not hurry. There is no ending to reach. Lanterns, shadows, silence, all carrying you deeper inward. Your body rests heavier, sinking into stillness. Arms, legs, chest, all finding their quiet place. The words slow further, each one separated by long pauses, stretching into nothingness. Safe, calm, rest. The garden itself fades, or perhaps it simply joins with you. No difference now between self and garden, between path and breath, shadow and silence. You let go, without trying, letting go of thoughts, of time, of everything beyond this night. The night holds you completely, gently, endlessly, and you drift deeper, further, softer, into rest, into silence, into sleep. The path continues, gently, without end. You do not remember leaving the stone behind. Perhaps you never left. Perhaps the garden simply moved around you, arranging itself so that you may keep drifting forward. Shadows fold softly across the ground. The lanterns are fewer still, and yet, where they are missing, the darkness feels warm, protective, the kind of dark that closes gently around your shoulders like a blanket, not to hide you, but to hold you. You walk slower now, or perhaps time itself has slowed. Every step is long, stretched, as if the earth enjoys carrying you without hurry. Your feet sink lightly into the soil, and the soil seems grateful. Above, the sky has widened further. The clouds dissolve into thin threads, letting more stars appear. Stars that do not pierce the night. They melt into it, glowing through layers of silence. Infinite lanterns scattered across a fabric that never ends. A breeze passes again. It does not disturb you. It simply brushes past, carrying with it the faintest scent of water lilies. The scent does not stay. It visits, like a soft hand resting on your shoulder, then lifting again. You notice your thoughts slowing even more. They arrive in fragments, a word, an image, a memory half formed, but before they gather weight, they dissolve, sinking back into the quiet air. The garden does not hold on to them, and neither do you. The path leads toward a small bridge. Its stones are old, covered in moss, each one smoothed by time. The bridge arches gently over water that you cannot see, only hear. Steady ripples, soft as breath. You pause at the center of the bridge, leaning lightly against the worn stone. The water below carries its endless song, not rushing, not insisting, only existing, a sound that has no beginning and no end. You close your eyes for a moment, and it feels as though the sound is inside you, not outside, as if your own stillness and the water's rhythm have become the same. When you open your eyes again, the path continues beyond the bridge, lined with tall grasses that sway slowly. Each blade catches a trace of starlight, and together they move like a single ocean. Though no wind touches them, you walk into the tall grass. It rises at your sides, brushing gently against your arms. The sound is tender, a hush, a lullaby without words. Each step parts the grass, only for it to close again behind you, as though the garden itself is erasing the path you have taken, reminding you that forward is the only direction that matters. The air grows thicker, not heavy, but rich, filled with the scent of earth that has cooled, filled with faint sweetness from flowers that bloom only under stars. The fragrance stretches long, and then disappears, like thoughts drifting away. Far ahead, another lantern waits, this one smaller, its flame trembling as though it too is ready to rest. You pause before it, watching the way the flame bends, almost bows, then rises again, repeating endlessly. The flame does not struggle. It simply moves with the air, yielding, returning, yielding again. You feel yourself moving the same way, surrendering to stillness, and returning again, surrendering deeper each time. Beyond the lantern, the garden shifts. The trees open into a meadow. A wide field rests under the weight of stars. The grass here is short, soft, each blade holding a bead of dew that catches the faint light. You step into the meadow, and it feels as though the stars above have come down to the earth. Every step glimmers, faint sparks across the grass. You walk among stars that do not burn, stars that only rest. In the center of the meadow stands a tree, its branches wide, reaching outward like arms that never tire, its trunk solid, older than memory. You move toward it slowly, gently, as though the tree itself is inviting you to come closer. When you reach it, you place your hand on its bark. The surface is rough, warm in places, cool in others. Beneath your palm, you feel the pulse of stillness, deep, unshakable, as if the tree itself breathes in silence, and you are breathing with it. You sit at the base of the tree, letting your back rest against it. The trunk supports you effortlessly, as though it has been waiting for you for countless nights. The meadow stretches outward, quiet, endless. The sky above opens even wider, stars spreading until there is no edge, only infinite softness. Thoughts drift once again. They come slower now, quieter now. Some arrive as colors, some as shapes, some as fragments of forgotten dreams. They linger briefly, then slip away into the vast silence. The words that reach you now are fewer, slower, stretched by long pauses. They matter less and less. Their sound dissolves before meaning can settle, leaving only rhythm, only softness. You close your eyes again. Darkness inside feels as wide as the sky outside. In that darkness, images form on their own, without effort, without intention. Perhaps you see the gentle glow of lanterns, stretching forever down paths you do not need to walk. Perhaps you see ripples of water, circles spreading endlessly, fading into silence. Perhaps you see nothing at all, and even nothing feels full, peaceful, safe. Your body grows heavier, sinking deeper into the ground beneath you. Your shoulders rest completely. Your arms drift into stillness. Your legs soften into quiet. Even your breath feels slower, quieter, almost hidden. The tree behind you holds you without moving. Its strength is steady, patient, eternal. It does not ask you to stay awake. It does not ask you to listen. It simply allows you to rest. The meadow fades, or perhaps it simply blends into you. No difference now, between self and space, between body and silence. The words slow even further. Pauses lengthen. Sound stretches into nothingness. Safe, calm, still. The garden does not end. The path does not end. The story does not end. It flows on, endlessly, slowly, gently, carrying you further inward. You drift, without effort, without direction, deeper, softer, quieter, into rest, into silence, into sleep. The night deepens around you, yet it feels lighter, as though the weight of the world has lifted and drifted away. The tree at your back is steady, timeless, but your body begins to dissolve into the ground beneath it. Your edges soften, your form less defined. You are not separate from the meadow anymore. You are the stillness. You are the silence. You are the space itself. Somewhere in the distance, an owl calls once, long and low. The sound does not disturb you. It joins the silence, becomes part of the stillness, and then fades again. Above, a cloud drifts lazily across the stars, stretching itself thin until it disappears. The sky is endless now, a vast canvas of soft light. You gaze upward without effort, and then you close your eyes, yet the stars remain, shining within you, as if your breath and their glow are the same. A memory comes, faint as a shadow, perhaps of walking along a beach in twilight, sand cool beneath your feet, waves sliding in and out, steady, endless. The memory does not ask to stay. It fades before it forms fully, leaving only the sense of calm rhythm. Another image rises, perhaps of a quiet room, a window open to night air, curtains shifting gently in the breeze, a lamp glowing faintly in the corner. The image floats, then dissolves, leaving you softer than before. The night meadow holds you. Each blade of grass bends slightly beneath invisible weight, but does not break. The earth hums faintly, a vibration so low you cannot hear it, but you feel it, steady, patient, eternal. You shift slightly, though it feels more like the meadow shifting with you. Everything is aligned, every movement already part of stillness. The tree breathes silently. You imagine roots stretching deep into the earth, wide as rivers, slow as mountains, roots that hold the ground together, roots that connect with every hidden stream, with every stone, with every memory of rain. You are not separate from those roots. You are part of them, sinking deeper into silence with each pause. Your thoughts barely rise now. They come as flickers, like sparks, like dewdrops catching faint light before sliding away. You do not need to notice them. They vanish even as they appear. The words that reach you are longer now, stretched, dissolving. They are not words anymore, only shapes of sound, shadows of rhythm, rest, soft, quiet. The meadow expands further, or perhaps your awareness expands. There is no edge now, not to the field, not to the sky, not to yourself. Everything is wide, endless, infinite. A lantern flickers far away, so far you cannot walk to it, so far you do not need to. Its glow is faint, but you know it remains. You do not need to see it. You feel its presence, as you feel the stars, as you feel the tree, as you feel the silence. Your body grows heavier still, sinking deeper into rest, deeper into the ground, deeper into the night. The sound of your breath is almost hidden now, barely noticed, but it continues, slow, steady, without needing you. The words dissolve again. Pauses stretch longer. Silences widen, each sound a step deeper. Safe, calm, sleep. The night holds you, completely, gently, endlessly, and you drift, without effort, without thought, without time out, further, deeper, softer, into silence, into stillness, into sleep. The meadow drifts away, or perhaps you drift from it. You do not rise, you do not move, and yet the ground beneath you changes. The tree softens into shadow. The stars above bend and ripple, until you find yourself at the edge of water. A lake rests before you, wide, still, its surface dark and shining at the same time. The water holds the sky, stars shimmering in its reflection, so many that the lake looks infinite, as if you could fall into it and never reach the bottom. The air here is cooler, carrying the scent of water and stone. It settles gently around you, touching your skin like silk. Each breath tastes clean, light, almost weightless. You step forward slowly. The grass gives way to smooth earth, damp and soft. Your footsteps press into it, leaving imprints that fill quietly with dew. Already the shapes begin to fade, as if the ground prefers to forget. At the shore, you pause, watching the water stretch outward. It does not move quickly, only a slow ripple, here and there, as though the lake is breathing. You kneel at its edge, and the surface glimmers with faint circles of light. Each circle widens, thins, and disappears, over and over, without hurry, without end. The stars above and the stars below blur together, until sky and water are the same, until you cannot tell where one ends and the other begins. You dip your hand lightly into the lake. The surface accepts it, cool, tender. The water does not resist. It parts easily, closing again with no mark, as if you were never there. The ripples stretch outward, soft, slow, spreading into forever. You remain still, watching the way the water holds the stars. You feel that the same reflection exists inside you. The stars are within your chest, within your breath, within every thought that rises and dissolves. Your body softens further, as though the water has entered it. Every muscle loosens, every line blurs, until you are both solid and liquid, weight and weightless at once. A mist begins to rise from the lake. It is faint at first, curling just above the surface. Then it spreads wider, thicker, until it wraps around you, cool, gentle, protective. The mist does not hide the world, it softens it. Trees at the far shore dissolve into shapes. The stars blur into faint halos. The water loses its edge. You breathe in, and the mist enters you, softening you from within, dissolving even thought. A lantern glows faintly through the mist, far across the water. Its light is weak, yet steady. You do not need to reach it. You only need to know it is there. The mist thickens again until the lantern vanishes, until everything vanishes. You do not lose it. You do not lose anything. You simply no longer need to see. The ground beneath you is gone, or perhaps it has become part of you. There is no separation now, not between earth and body, not between water and breath. You float, not above the lake, not within it, but as if you and the lake are one. Your breath drifts slower, each pause longer, each silence deeper, words thin, stretching, fading, soft, safe, endless. A sound rises faintly, perhaps the call of a bird, perhaps the shifting of branches in wind, perhaps the sigh of the water itself. You do not know. You do not need to know. The sound comes, joins the silence, and vanishes again. Time stretches. It no longer passes. It opens, wide, endless, every moment the same, every pause infinite. You drift deeper into the mist, until even the thought of drifting dissolves. Perhaps you remember lying in a quiet room, curtains drawn, hearing nothing but your own slowing breath. Perhaps you recall walking beneath a night sky long ago, pausing to gaze upward at stars without counting them. Perhaps you remember nothing at all, and the nothing itself is peace. The mist folds closer, warmer now, heavier now, like a blanket pulled around your body. The lake, the stars, the trees, the lantern, all dissolve into this warmth. You feel yourself lying down. Though you are already lying, you feel yourself closing your eyes. Though they are already closed, you feel yourself sinking, though there is nowhere left to sink. The silence is deeper now, heavier now. It is not empty. It is full. It is the silence that comes when everything has settled, when nothing more is needed. Your breath is barely there, soft, hidden, each exhale stretching long, each inhale arriving slowly. The rhythm is steady, unbroken, eternal. You hear words, or perhaps you only imagine them. They are not spoken, they are not formed. They are the echo of rest itself, safe, still, rest. You drift in them, through them, as them. The mist folds again, darker now, heavier now, and yet you are not lost. You are held completely. No thought rises, no memory returns, only wide silence, wide enough to hold every dream. You drift further, softer, deeper, into night, into rest, into sleep. The mist does not lift, it deepens, wrapping gently around your body, wrapping gently around your mind. Shapes soften further until there is no edge between air and water, between sky and earth. Everything is blurred into one wide silence. You feel as if you are lying in the center of a great circle, and the circle is both endless and near. A circle of quiet, a circle of rest, a circle that holds you. A sound stirs within the mist, distant, hollow. Perhaps the ringing of a bell, perhaps only the echo of your own heart. It does not matter. It does not call you. It simply expands into the silence and disappears again. Your thoughts echo in the same way, faint rings moving outward, growing thinner, lighter, until they vanish, leaving only stillness. You drift further into the mist, and the mist begins to glow, not with light, not with color, but with something softer. The glow feels like memory, or like sleep itself spreading across your body. Your eyelids are heavy, yet they do not need to close. They are already closed. Your body is heavy, yet it does not need to sink. It has already sunk. The lake beneath you, the stars above you, the earth around you, all have melted into the same wide cradle, and you float in it without effort, without end. Perhaps you feel the memory of footsteps, walking further down a path you cannot see. Perhaps you feel the memory of voices, soft and far, voices that never meant words, only warmth. Perhaps you feel nothing at all, and the nothing is enough. Time bends further. Every pause stretches into eternity. Every silence deepens until it is more than silence. It is presence. The mist folds, then unfolds, like breath that does not need lungs, like waves that do not need shore. You are neither above the water nor below it, neither inside the mist nor outside it. You are the mist, the water, the silence. A dream touches you lightly, though you are not asleep yet, or perhaps you already are. The dream has no form, only a sense, as if someone has placed a hand upon your shoulder and left it there, a sign of safety. Another dream drifts through, perhaps of walking down a hallway that never ends, with doors on either side, each closed, each silent. None of them need to open, none of them need to close. The hallway itself is enough. The dream fades, as all dreams fade, becoming only quiet again. The mist folds once more, thicker, darker, warmer, until you are wrapped in it completely. You are not lost, you are found. Words are slower now, pauses longer, until words themselves become like the mist, spreading thin, spreading wide until they vanish. Rest, deep, quiet. The silence beneath the words grows larger, stronger than sound, stronger than thought. Your body no longer feels separate. Your arms no longer feel like arms. Your legs no longer feel like legs. They are part of the ground, part of the air, part of the night itself. Nothing is heavy anymore. Nothing is light anymore. Everything simply is. You drift further, without noticing how, without needing to. Perhaps you imagine lying on soft sand, the tide moving in and out, slow, endless. Perhaps you imagine clouds passing slowly across the sun, shadows stretching across a field, calm, unbroken. Perhaps you imagine nothing at all, and nothing is the gentlest image of all. The mist is complete now. There is no world beyond it, only the soft cradle, this endless night. Your breath is faint, steady. The rhythm of the world breathes with you, or perhaps you breathe with it. There is no difference. The silence is wide, deep, endless, and you drift, and you fade, and you rest into night, into silence, into sleep. The mist drifts, and yet you do not notice it fading. You do not notice it changing. All that surrounds you is softness, endless softness. Perhaps you are still by the lake. Perhaps you are still beneath the tree. Perhaps you are still on the path lined with lanterns. It does not matter. The garden has dissolved into one wide silence, and you are inside it, resting. The night holds you completely now. There is no edge, no border, no end. Your breath continues, slow, steady, without you, without effort. The silence expands further, deeper, stronger. It does not press on you. It lifts you. It cradles you. It becomes the only place there is. Words reach you faintly, slower than before. They stretch long, fading before they end. They are not here to guide, not here to teach. They are here only to soothe, to quiet, to carry you further. Rest, soft, safe. In this endless night, time is no longer measured. Each pause is infinite, each silence eternal. You drift within it, without moving, without effort, without thought. Perhaps you see shapes forming, clouds of dream rising in the distance. Perhaps you see colors that glow faintly, blue, silver, gold. Perhaps you see nothing at all. and the nothing feels wider than any dream. You do not need to hold these visions. They arrive gently. They fade gently, like ripples that touch the shore and vanish again. Your body is so heavy now, heavy yet light. You cannot tell where the weight ends and the air begins. You cannot tell where the ground ends and your body begins. All of it is one. The silence hums softly beneath you, like the earth itself breathing, like the sky itself holding, like sleep itself whispering. You feel as though you are lying, not on earth, but on the night itself, as if darkness has become a bed, stretching endlessly in every direction. You close your eyes. Though they were already closed, you release your breath. Though it was already gone, the quiet grows deeper, deeper still, until it is not quiet, but fullness. Fullness that contains all sound, all dreams, all rest. You imagine yourself drifting through stars, each one soft, glowing faintly, not burning, not bright, only calm. They drift with you, slow, endless, timeless. Perhaps you touch one, and it melts into your hand, leaving only warmth. Perhaps you pass by one, and it becomes part of your breath. The stars do not end. The silence does not end. The night does not end. Your body no longer exists as body. It is a cloud now, or perhaps a shadow, or perhaps only a breath, floating in endless softness. Thoughts no longer rise. They have no reason to rise. They are folded completely into silence. Words fade further. They are fragments only, shadows of sound, safe, calm, still, sleep. The night is endless, and yet you are not lost. You are home. Every pause is deeper, every silence wider. Dreams gather now. They form slowly, like waves in a tide. They carry you gently, without hurry, into a place where words no longer reach. You drift with them, deeper, further, softer, into rest, into silence, into sleep. The night deepens even further, though there is no measure for depth anymore. It simply opens wider, softer, darker. You sense yourself floating, not on water, not in air, but on something gentler, the weightless fabric of silence itself. Every pause carries you further. Every silence folds around you. You imagine the night as a vast ocean, its waves invisible, its surface smooth, and you are drifting upon it without oars, without sail, without direction, carried only by stillness. Perhaps you see faint lights beneath the surface, shapes of stars mirrored in water. Perhaps you feel them glowing within your chest, as though the night has entered you, and you have entered the night. You cannot tell if your eyes are open or closed, and it no longer matters. The darkness behind your eyelids is the same as the darkness above, the same as the darkness around. A soft echo rises, perhaps distant thunder, perhaps only the rhythm of your own heart. It rolls gently, slowly, spreading outward until it dissolves. You do not hold on to the sound. You do not hold on to anything. Your body is so light now, lighter than thought, lighter than air. Every boundary has dissolved. Every edge has softened. You are not above the earth. You are not within it. You are the earth. You are the air. You are the quiet. The silence breathes for you, steady, patient, unbroken. Words arrive less often, stretch thin, half-formed, safe, rest, sleep. Perhaps a dream begins to gather. The dream is not sharp, not clear. It is a haze of warmth, a house with windows glowing faintly in the night, a path leading to its door. Perhaps you step toward it, perhaps you only imagine it. Either way, the door is always open. The house does not demand you enter. It simply waits, gently. Inside, you sense rooms filled with quiet, shelves lined with memories that no longer weigh you down, a chair beside a window where the curtain sways, a bed prepared, wide, soft, holding only rest. You do not need to enter. The vision is enough. The warmth is enough. The dream itself carries you. The house fades, leaving only silence. Another dream rises, perhaps of a forest path glowing in moonlight, trees bending overhead to form a shelter, the sound of leaves whispering slowly, like voices speaking words you cannot hear. And yet you understand them. They say only one thing, over and over: rest, rest, rest. The forest fades as well. The words dissolve into silence. You no longer search for dreams. They come on their own. They fade on their own. The night is endless. The silence complete. Your breath is almost invisible now, slower than slow. Each exhale a river flowing quietly into nothing. Each inhale a tide returning without effort. Perhaps you feel yourself lying on soft earth, perhaps on smooth stone, perhaps floating above both. The surface no longer matters. The night itself is surface enough. The quiet grows heavier, thicker, until even sound cannot move through it. Yet you are not trapped. You are embraced. Words almost vanish now. They are whispers, echoes, shadows, soft, calm, still. You drift in them, through them, beyond them. Time is gone. There is no before, no after. Only now, and now is endless. The silence cradles you. The night carries you. The dream surrounds you, and you sleep deeply, safely, endlessly.